Hi, I'm Brandon Zachary with Comic Book Resources. Thank you both for sitting down with me today. This is so cool.
Well, thanks for having us.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys too. So, I watched the new episodes of the new season. I love it. I love how the show is like morphed into a weird Bond Avengers V for Vendetta with connections to Batman, which is just exactly what I wanted, I think. Since I don't have a whole lot of time, is it okay if I ask you both? I've got 3 questions for the both of you, if that's okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it.
Perfect. So both Thomas and Martha have existed in comics for a long time and existed in pop culture for a long time. But unlike Jack, who gets to kind of look at all the different versions of Alfred with all these different levels of depth, you guys kind of had a bit of a clean slate going into the show, and especially with the season, with the way that your characters have been getting developed. Do you find that freeing, or do you find that challenging as performers?
I think freeing. I think to have the pressure on our shoulders of expectation and reinventing a version of what someone else has already played, and audiences they get so attached to things in that way that you're always going to disappoint a few people, or they have something to measure you against. And luckily, we're part of a complete invention process with Bruno being the author of it, where he's been able to completely invent and imagine who these people are. And we obviously know where they end up: morally upstanding citizens of Gotham, murdered in a dark alleyway, and that they're essentially good, principled people. But I think what Bruno's brilliantly done is taken. We know who they are. We don't know how they get there at all. And he's taking us on real interesting journeys with both of them. And I don't think they're the people that you expect them to be when you meet them in Pennyworth and as the series progresses either, which is it's an exciting thing to play.
So is there any, the two of you bring out, in Thomas and Martha, they bring out almost soft sides of each other. Like Thomas ends up trying to be this cool, casual guy, but he ends up just being this lovable doofus whenever he's around Martha. And then Martha, who's trying to be this cool and collected leader, ends up having a little bit of like, oh, she gets a little mad when he's being an idiot. So, like, what are your favorite elements of your characters that bring out it? Like, what's your favorite element, Emma, that Thomas brings out of Martha? And Ben, what's your favorite aspect of Thomas that Martha brings out of him?
I just love the scenes that they get to play together. That like the shape is so sort of like constantly morphing, and you never quite know where it's gonna go, and like they're just like they never kind of like land anywhere safe with each other. As soon as there seems to be like a tender moment between them, like it'll instantly shift and change. So like they're always like there's always a lot of tension, and that's exciting and kind of scary for each of them, and really fun to play.
Yeah, I think Thomas can't, like you said, he kind of can't play his kind of cool, aloof exterior around her. She gets under his skin too much, and she also rumbles him, I think, as well. Like she manages to get to the truth of the matter with him quite easily. And yeah, I think there's just this kind of tension, chemistry between them, which is not based around conflict, but conflict happens between them all the time. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing for them. I think it kind of draws them to each other. But like Emma said, the scenes are always so much fun to play. There's always like they're never straightforward. You never see them just having a cup of tea on the sofa, getting on, being domestic. It's always something strange is happening within their relationship. There's always high stakes. There's always an argument to be had and to be won.
Oh, so I don't have terribly too much time left, but I will say one of my absolute favorite aspects of the new season, and this is difficult to like compare it to like Beck murdering fascists and also rocket launchers, but one of my favorite moments of this new season so far is during that first conversation between Thomas and Martha, where Martha kind of like Thomas is trying to look at the big picture, and Martha very much is, I can die for a good cause, why wouldn't I? And that speaks so much, I think, to not only those characters in the show, but kind of speaks to, I write about Batman for a living. Like it speaks to that element. And that's just that's something I really wanted to compliment you guys. I thought that moment was so well done.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Very nice to meet you. Thank you for the great questions.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys. Hopefully get to talk to you guys again soon.
Yes. Thanks.
Take care.
Bye.